Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your dose of zombies news from the game and its community here on COD Zombies HQ. A quick show for you today, but a really important one that sets up what we can expect for the next few months here in the zombies mode. So kicking things off with our first story of the day, as Treyarch usually does at the beginning of each season, they have a live stream with all of the developers talking about new content, and the most interesting bit of this live stream was where Craig Houston talks about future zombies content, where he says this.
We're kind of just starting to tease the events that are going to lead us into our next round-based zombies map that will come in a future season, probably season 4.
So we finally get the first actual mention of when the next real zombies map will be released, and it's kind of disappointing news, frankly. The worst case scenario for when we'll get an actual DLC 2 zombies map continues, where he says that round-based survival map will be released in a future season, probably season 4. So at this rate, I guess we're hoping that it is season 4, and that when he says probably season 4, that it doesn't get delayed any later. I know a lot of you guys are disappointed about this. I am too. It's kind of started to make me a little bit jaded towards the Outbreak game mode, where it feels like that's starting to take over Treyarch's development time, where it's not that interesting in terms of replayable content, whereas the regular zombies mode, which we all know and love, has kind of started to take a back seat, which is not a good thing and not the direction they should take. I said this on Twitter a few days ago, but it feels like the legacy of Cold War will be one of the best zombies games in terms of gameplay, in terms of meta features, but probably the absolute worst in terms of actual map content. Which, if that's the case and this pattern of really slow map releases continues, is such a shame, because this game has such great potential to be one of the best ever zombies games. And it'll be a shame if Treyarch just doesn't give it the map support that it deserves. But moving on to our next story, a few quick changes that were found that haven't actually been mentioned in the patch notes with the new update. The first is that certain launchers will now lock on to elite enemies, so you can easily target them from a distance with your launchers, hopefully making them a little bit more effective in modes like Outbreak. And the second is that there was a major nerf to the task force barrel for the shotguns that has effectively cut the damage in half for what I consider to be the best weapon in the game, the Howler. So along with all of the other nerfs that Treyarch has been heaping onto zombies, we can add the Howler Shotty into that pile. But hey, at least as a result of them adding trucks into the Outbreak mode, you can now carry your baby Rover on your back with just about as much jank as you'd expect from this before sending it off into oblivion. But guys, that wraps up the news today. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you with another zombies news video sometime soon.